I've decided to name my favourite YouTubers. And I went through a very comprehensive list when I made my top YouTubers, and I realised that I only have one that I actually like. So it's going to be quite a short video. Is the camera conspiracies guy. Now this guy is hilarious. For some reason he also is a Canadian. Now, not sure how I feel about this. It's becoming almost a conspiracy in itself, but we can make allowances for this guy, because never have I been entertained and actually learnt so much about the capabilities of each camera that he has his little hands on, especially when he's wearing the beautiful blonde wig. Now, if you were only to judge the camera conspiracies guy by the way he crosses a road in slow motion, you would think the guy was completely nuts. But actually I think there's a cunning genius behind the camera. Here is a YouTuber who is doing everything right. Now, one of his genius plays was to mention other YouTubers, because as I experienced myself, the best way to get noticed is to simply mention these names, and their ego cannot ignore the fact that they've been mentioned. It's like moths to a light bulb. Every time I mentioned, for instance, Philip Bloom on my forum, he was there. Now, the camera conspiracies guy has been very clever, because he made a video called Roasting All the Best YouTube Channels. So in that way he's been very clever. He's roasted them, but he's also said that they're all the best. And of course that attracted them to the light bulb. And if you look in the comments below, it's an absolute crazy circle jerk that he has managed to somehow accidentally orchestrate in this comment section of one famous name after another, with 700 likes on each comment. Beautiful stuff. Now, I don't know if this was completely by accident, or if he actually stumbled into this, or just happened to make a video thinking that maybe it would get 10,000 plays, maybe 12,000 views. In actual fact, the video got many views. So this is a cunning genius, and I quite admire it. If I was to actually get a clue about social networking and social media and being an influencer, I would have done exactly the same in my first video, instead of berating Gerald and Dunn. So I've been thinking, what is the ideal format for a YouTube channel? Clearly, as I make my stumbling baby steps into this new format and into this new world where nobody reads anything anymore and they just want to sit down after a tiring day, what is the best way to do this? Is it to do the whole Top Gear thing, where you have a bit of banter between a big gorilla and a small man being bullied constantly by the big gorilla as they go about making funny shows in cars, but instead of cars, cameras? Now, is the best format to simply talk to the camera? That's pretty easy, even I can do that. So don't be alarmed if I have a little break whilst I set up a new studio. I don't know quite how it's going to play out. It could end with me under a bridge, dead. How can it grow, and how can it be entertaining as a Canadian? Maybe the camera conspiracies guy is onto something. Just one guy going around a city trying to make an endless vlog with the selfie stick. I think that's the future of filmmaking as far as I'm concerned. But I do genuinely like his stuff, and I think it's inspiring. Whatever happens from now on, it's going to be interesting, I hope. Just need to make sure that I got the lens at the right tone.
It actually hurt me to watch It was filmed on the Canon EOS R with that 50mm f1.2. It hurt my soul seeing it. I was like, what's happening? Did the Panasonic autofocus system keep up with the ES? Of course it did.
4 years ago, I stood on this very beach and told you all the reasons you should switch to filming in 4K.
Why are you creep walking up on me?